Hello everyone. I have not shown really my full detailed view of my 2006 Saab 97X, so I got it all washed up and I thought I should. Sorry, I got a little attention dog right here, wants to be in the camera. But this is my 2006 Saab 97X with a 5.3 liter. I found some aero wheels on eBay when I bought it, and I put those on it. They're not perfect condition, but hopefully we can get them restored and all nice. So you get a good outside view. As you've noticed, I have taken off the roof racks. Sorry about the dog. So we'll start with the outside. The only thing I've done to this thing is the wheels and the roof racks for looks on the outside, and tint, of course. I guess I have. So the only things I've done to this thing is take off the roof racks. I put some tint on it, did a sun strip, put the aero wheels on, and that's it for outside looks. I did use those Beltex front lower. Oh yeah, don't mind the tires. Those things are getting replaced. I put some Beltex front lowering struts on it and lowered it about 1.5 inches, and then I adjusted the airbag sensor on the rear to lower it in the back. So this is still in factory airbags. On the inside, this one is a little dirty right now, sorry about that, but all the black interior. 5.3 comes with adjustable pedals. You see they're moving. That's what that's for. This is for the rear window wiper. Just like any Saab, even though this is very similar to the Trailblazer and almost identical, other than, you know, a little nicer, actually way nicer. It still has a center mounted ignition. This is a 6-speed, or sorry about that, it's a 4-speed automatic. This one has your navigation, dual climate control, heated seats on each side, and your Saab vents, of course, because it's a Saab. And my Saab little trash can in that cup holder. But it's in really good condition. I love these 5.3 motors. They're very strong and run forever if you take care of them. I'll show you the back seat. Like I said, it's a little messy, but I got these WeatherTech floor mats in it, and so that helps. Not perfect on the interior condition, but it's not the worst I've seen. So this one does have the rear DVD player in the back, and yes, it does work. 2 headphones. But yeah, it's pretty common. I always see these are ripping, so I need to get that fixed. It has a rear, plug your headphones into that and listen to your own music. So that's always kind of cool. Don't sit back here, don't use it. Nobody does. So yeah, it's not very used. But my favorite thing about all these 97Xs is the rear airbags. Here's a rear cargo. You got space, a little compartment in here. Just keep an umbrella in it. Under here, you got space. Here's some tie downs. So I just keep my little toolkit in there. This is my favorite thing of this entire vehicle, though, is the rear air compressor. I use it all the time because I ride dirt bikes, dirt bike tires low. I use this to fill it up. So it should come with a hose. I've noticed a lot of these are gone in them. This is actually my second 97X. My first one was a 4.2 liter. But you hook your air hose to here, you push on, and you should start hearing that air compressor kick on, and then you could hook your hose here, and let's see if I could get this pressed down. As you see, there's air coming out of it. So that is actually very cool, very helpful, very handy. You have a low tire in your car, instead of having to go find air, you always have it. I know a lot of people get rid of the airbags on these just because they tend to leak, which the pump just kicks on every time you start it, and it pumps them back up if it does. So I don't see it as a major problem. Mine are fine. So yeah, not a problem at all. But these definitely look good. I drive this thing every day. It's my daily driver, and it is because it's pretty not super common, but a lot common than that car over there and the Turbo X in the garage. Yeah, I love that car. I drive that one. These two are this one and that one is what I drive most. But it has headlight washers that this one has completely every single package. I'll show you under the hood. It's very dirty, just so you know. Some common problems with these 5.3s on these SUVs is the oil pan leaks. And starting in 2006 to 2009, they had the DOD, which is distribution on demand. And so it will switch from 4 to 8 cylinders while you're driving to help save on fuel mileage. Though it does not always help on fuel mileage, I've noticed. This one still has it, it's enabled. I was going to deactivate it with HP tuners, but I hasn't had any issues, and so I was going to leave it until I replace this engine when it goes out, because it is at 195,000 miles. Everything's original. Transmission, rear end, everything's original. Yes, I know I need coolant. I replaced the radiator and the water pump, with as well the thermostat in this. So far, that's all I had to do. And so I got to top off the coolant. It's full when you open the cap, so that's not a big deal. But I know they make cold air intakes for these. You could do a lot of stuff. Like my truck in there is a 5.3 liter and it's 700 horsepower. Doing a rear end in it right now, that's why it's in the garage. But yeah, these things are awesome. They love boost. They're super strong, stout motors. But yeah, I've noticed my oil pan does leak on this, and it's kind of a pain to change. So I thought, you know, let it leak here and there, and once this motor goes out, I'll replace it and, you know, have a new motor with all brand new gaskets, so I won't have that issue. Another common issue is, I know these headlights need cleaned, but is this blinker light or driving light. They break. They get hot and they break. Every single one I've ever seen has been broken. So super common. The 5.3s have the HIDs, and so they were really good. And they also have fog lights. I tow trailers with this all the time, and it does actually really well. You know, it's not going to tow like a Duramax or anything, but it tows quite well for being a mid-sized SUV. And it looks so much better without the roof racks. I do have the roof racks as long as a crossbar to hold bikes. Don't use it, but I have it. You know, seats are they're all right. They're not the comfiest seat, but mine's pretty worn out, you know, so maybe that's why. But they're not the comfiest seat by any means. Let me go grab my keys and then we'll start it up, and I can show you all the information and navigation on it, and we'll go from there. So one thing I forgot to mention, here's the key. It looks like a regular GM key that says Saab. I just put a remote start on it all by myself. Not hard to do. It's a CompuStar with a 410 module for the security. And so that's on here. It tells me a lot of things. It will start it, tell me the temperature inside. Very nice. I really suggest it. And you could do it for 180 bucks is what it cost me to do this. And it's not that hard. The only hard thing is the wires in the ignition are very small, and the colors aren't easily identifiable. So I had to play some guessing games on how to get it to work. But hold this button. I guess you guys don't have a remote start, so it doesn't matter, but we'll start it up. Has memory seats. 5.3. This one's completely stock. Everything performance-wise is stock other than the suspension and the little things. I'll come in here. Another common thing is the gas gauge. My gas gauge, that's why the check engine light's on, is off. It just started doing this, and it's kind of annoying because it doesn't read. So, but that's okay. That's an easy fix. I'll have a video on that, of course. This is the navigation. It looks old. It's not very accurate. I did update it to the newest CD, which I think is only 2010. I may be wrong on that, or 2012, or it may be a little newer, but it's not super accurate. As you can see, I'm at my house right now, and my house isn't even on the maps. So, so this is your fuel button, and it will tell you your trip. It will tell you your engine oil life, your range if your gas gauge is working, which mine does, not all the time though. The fuel used, and your average economy is 15.4. I think I'd get better if I didn't tow my trailer around so much, but I do. So here is this button, and this just tells you some more information. Trip A, trip B. It has a timer, your odometer. So I have 191,000 miles on this. I've put 30,000. I bought it with 150 8, I think, so I put just a little over 30,000 miles on it. I've been trouble free. This is your settings button right here, so you could unlock your doors and park. When you lock it, what sound you want it to do, if you just want to do your blinkers or horn. Your headlamp delay, so when you shut it off, it'll keep your headlights on for 40 seconds, which is nice if you want, so you can see. Perimeter lights I turn those off. I'm not exactly sure what those are, but I turned them off. Easy exit seat. So if you turn that on, you pull out your key and your seat will scoot back, which is kind of nice if you sit super close to the steering wheel. I sit back, so it doesn't really do much for me, and it's just more wear on the seat. You also have seat recall. You put the key in, it moves the seat back forward, which is very nice, kind of cool. But like I said, I always sit far back, so it doesn't really matter. Curve view, when you put it in reverse, your passenger mirror will tilt down. Like I said, I don't use that either, but if you guys do, it's kind of handy if you park on the street a lot. And the alarm is your horn. Language is English, of course. Units US. So that's pretty much it, all I could think of on functions and an overview. I totally recommend this vehicle if you're looking for a mid-sized SUV, a used one, and you're looking at Trailblazers, the Envoys, the Buick Rainiers, I think I said that correctly, but the Saab 97X is by far the most superior one. I absolutely love mine. It has all-wheel drive always. It's kind of weird all-wheel drive on how it works. So you have a traction control button right here, and it'll turn your traction control off. But I drive this in the winter, so when you're when you're driving your tire slip, it will engage all 4 wheels. So it's kind of like, it's not always constant all-wheel drive, but it is in a way, if that makes sense. So it just detects slip and then engages, is how mine does it, is what I feel. But you could kind of turn it off, and you hold your traction control button on the side right here, and it should say stability track off, and that will make it so it's mainly just your rear wheels, and that's how you spin cookies and have fun. So that's how you do that. But the all-wheel drive, it's kind of weird, but it works great for me. We get a lot of snow here in Idaho, so I've not ever been stuck in this, and I don't have the best tires on, but those are I will be getting some new tires here probably within the next couple weeks. These ones are getting awfully bad. The other things I've had to do to this is I've done front end work, but lower upper control arms, the front struts, the inner and outer tie rods on each end, just to freshen it up, and it drives straight, it drives great. I have no complaints. This is probably the most useful vehicle I have. SUVs are actually very nice, and the nice thing is you could get these things for a pretty good price. So yeah, if that's something if that's what you're shopping for, I'd highly recommend this vehicle. They don't really have any issues, and they're exactly the same drivetrain as a 5.3 Chevy Trailblazer, a GMC Envoy, which most of them come with the 4.2 liter, which is an inline 6, and they do good. I love mine, but it wasn't great for towing, and your power is like super high RPMs. The V8's a lot better if you're going to be towing, but that inline 6 did get good gas mileage, and they're super dead reliable. I sold mine with 230,000 miles, and it's still driving today without any issues. So I totally recommend one of these. Either or, they're both great engines. It's just if you're going to be towing, I would definitely recommend the 5.3 instead. Transmission in these tend to fail quite easily when you add performance modifications. It's just a 4L60E, though if you take care of it, drive it nice, you won't have any issues. At least I haven't. I did it in my truck until I added power to it, of course, and then they're just garbage. But if you're looking just for a stock, nice, fun, reliable, and a vehicle that looks good, then I totally recommend it. We'll go a little walk around again. They all come with a sunroof as well. But with the 4.2, not all of them have the HID. I have seen a 4.2 with HIDs and headlight washers, but it just depends on the package. It's more common on the 5.3s. So I hope you guys liked this video today. I hope it helps some of you guys out if you're shopping for an SUV and you came across 97X. Totally recommend it. I would totally buy it. Common things to check for is see if the oil pan's leaking. Another thing that goes wrong, sorry, I keep forgetting a couple things, is the encoder motor on the transfer case. And so when that encoder motor goes out, it's stuck in 4-wheel drive. And so when you turn, the front wheels don't disengage. So it feels like you're hopping if you ever drove something in constant 4-wheel drive. So if you've come across one with that issue, it's just an encoder motor. That's what this had, and that's why I got it so cheap, because I thought it would need a transfer case. But nope, just the encoder motor. And that is it. So totally recommend this, and I will see you guys all next time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll do my best to be able to answer them. Thank you.